Well, this is Second Bull Run, Part 2. So my 24H, notice I have a star beside his name. I gave him the third perk before the battle, and it activated during the battle. The James is very, very close. Not as close as I was hoping. Okay, the enemy has 50,000. He had 25,000. He now has 50,000. I lost 4,700 in day one. I have 83,000 now, currently, coming into the battle. Didn't lose any guns. So one of the things definitely that I took away from day one is watch Pandakraut, and you'll see two things. First of all, he builds skirmisher units, and these skirmisher units have much better spotting than detached skirmishers, and you're going to need that in this battle. So try to get some small. They can be armed with anything. Their whole thing is to spot and also to remain invisible. I didn't have those, so yeah, I think he plays with, it looks like a dozen of these little things to get spotting, and you perk them for stealth and for spotting, and yeah, they're perfect for battles like this and for the end of the day when the enemy can see you just fine and you can't see the enemy. So you have to build those, and he had a bunch of them, and I couldn't figure out why, and that's why. So yeah, definitely build those. And the other thing is that to get the timing down, again, look at Pandakraut. When I chase the enemy out of the CSA left, I could have moved my long-range artillery forward. If I'd had better spotting, I could have killed a few of his guns. And yeah, you definitely want to do that. You definitely want to take out a few of his guns. And the next thing is, in that position in the woods, don't be... oh, we're down to 190 enemy guns. He started at 217. Okay. In the position in the woods, on the Union left that I had on day two, all day on day two. You want to be back. You don't want to be forward. His artillery can hit that position, and I took a lot of artillery fire. And you want to draw the enemy into the open area. So I eventually get that about right. I get about the right position where I'm not taking so much artillery fire. And when the enemy comes into that open area, he just gets crushed. So but that was my first battle on Major General of Second Bull Run, and I thought for my first battle on Major General that was just about what I wanted. For some reason I thought I'd get more shots on his artillery than I got. After a while you just didn't see any. So I keep checking his guns. He's down to 171, 45,000. He started at 50,000. What? He started at 59? I must have gotten reinforcements. He's down to 45 already. So we shot him down to 25,000 at the end of the last video, and yeah, I'm trying to get this guy to attack. Come on, attack. No, he's just going to go into the... at this point I'm thinking, I hope he's just not going to... that he's not going into the fortifications. And that's it. I mean, I don't want a replay of yesterday. I want his whole army to advance. I want to fight it out on this line. And I'm thinking maybe he's so small he can't. He's already 44-8. Okay, this is 4th Corps, right? Is it? No. It's just reinforcements, okay. Yeah, this observation point is... I don't think it does anything. Yeah, this is not what I want. I don't want these long-range guns to just keep killing things. This is not at all the plan. And they just hemorrhage ammo. I mean, I spent in the very first phase, I didn't spend any money on ammo. That is free. And then in the first phase of the next day, I didn't spend any ammo. I turned the wagons off. I should have kept the wagons off until I saw artillery. And just turned... because that's a lot of cash. And while they do need enough experience that I can give them their next gun for free, take them from 8 to 9 guns per battery without buying vets, because I'm not going to buy vets. I'm just going to put in raw recruits. And I can't do that after this battle. Like, at a certain point, it's just you're throwing money away. My infantry units need this XP, and my 20-pound, my Napoleons and the 3-inch guns need the kills. Not those guys. They already have their 3rd star. They need just enough experience to be able to get another gun and keep their 3rd star without buying vets, and they also need to wipe out the enemy artillery. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to see. Now, unfortunately, all his artillery is going to come in the south, and all of my long-range guns are in the north. So that's bad. I'm not concerned about this attack. In the beginning of the campaign, 2 units coming in of over 2,000, one at 2694, 2,700, 2-star. Not concerned. Look at that canister to the face. Okay, make sure everybody's firing at this guy. My commander's right there. Everything's good. I am bringing up a cav unit, a melee cav, just in case we get into melee and there's an opportunity. This is what we want. This. Okay, 3,800. Again, not concerned. He's charging uphill, into canister, lots of canister. Snipers. Okay, I'm going to devote a division, and then I'm going to reinforce that with cav to kill the sniper on the left. Yeah, I should have gotten the artillery. What I didn't know at this point was all of his artillery is going to come in on the... in here and south of here. So that's going to be a problem. Look how slow he's moving. 625, 3-star. Yep, that's just about perfect. Yeah, I'm selecting more and more guns to move south. I wish I'd brought them all, because his whole army's coming in down here on the south. Okay, now I see two of his artillery units. And I really, yeah, I'm sending units across to kill his sniper. Finally sending melee cav to the south. That is just a thing of beauty. Bet his artillery is going to start really doing a job on my infantry. Yeah, I decided to get my infantry and skirmishers back across the water, reinforce them with some more infantry and an artillery on my far left. And hopefully he comes across the water with infantry. He's supported by artillery. I don't have any long-range guns over here. And we're going to devote about 2 divisions to killing that sniper of 91 men. Okay, here he comes, a unit of 3,100. I'm going to need an artillery unit down there. Commander, artillery unit. I have about 6 infantry. These guys all have 55s, but they'll be fine against 1 unit. Just stay out of melee till reinforcements show up. Now remember, these guys have 55, so what they need to do is just shoot a lot. Okay, that guy was hidden. Yeah, I'm finally moving the siege gun. So I'm moving up to get shots on his infantry, but as I move closer, I'm also moving up closer to his artillery, so these guys are going to take losses. Are they all 55s? No, one of those guys is a 61. That's a mistake. One guy is a 42. That's fine. Just get up there. In fact, if I could find a bunch of 42s and send them forward, that would be great. So here is an opportunity for me to get about 6 infantry with 55s just firing. Okay, so his guns are a little bit exposed because his infantry all shattered. So I'm going to walk up and get some shots. Here, 1, 2, 3, about 6 infantry firing into one of his. Perfect. We'll take some losses, yes, but all those guys will grind XP. Don't care about this guy. And shattered. So hopefully this guy of 27 will be kind enough to just stand in the water so my guys can harvest XP. I decided to go ahead and get the cav moving on the left. I didn't think there'd be much of an opportunity here. Okay, we shot up one of his artillery, but he kind of escapes. His other one is getting shot down. He's at 290. Yeah, he's coming in with what looks like another division in the center, which is good. I want all of that to happen. That's what we want. A whole bunch of units of 2,500 to charge right in the middle of the line. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, I just saw a flanking fire on my cav. So we took the supplies, and then I see his skirmisher in the woods, and I charge him. He's down to 80 something. Okay, 2,700 coming in hot, sort of. Okay, his unit is dead. Those units got a lot of nice XP. On the far south, that was nice. My cav is not doing well in the woods. Yeah, the 52 is getting hammered by artillery. That's brag. So we finally killed his skirmisher, his sniper. We have shots on his artillery. I just want to be able to see and kill his artillery with my long-range guns, and I think all of my long-range guns are firing at artillery, which is what they're supposed to be doing. He still has a lot of artillery that's firing at my infantry, but this is pretty one-sided. Look at the blue bar. Okay, now it's just a matter of time before... Like, I'm thinking about the timing of this. There's nothing on the Confederate left. I can advance my right around to the flank and come down behind him. My left could push the attack, but I'm pulling back because he seems to be attacking toward the objective. So we're going to reinforce that and then go back across the river. There's plenty of time. This is perfect. The lines are where I want them. I went forward to inflict some damage on his artillery, but this is the line I want. This. And these units don't have to move. I mean, they can just... I have a 6-pounder that's I'm bringing in, and he's forward. He's going to take a lot of pass-through damage. He's a brand new 1-star unit. Oh, the reserve corps is in, so I get another ammo wagon. I don't need it, but it's full. And they were just going to put 4th Corps in a defensive position. I sent 2 infantry units back there to reinforce 4th Corps, so there should be 6 infantry units. And their job is just to convince the cav unit that comes in to go someplace else. So I'm going to start rolling up the enemy left flank, and then come down on these guys from the flank from the north. So it's a real trick to get my artillery in position to hit his artillery. They always seem to be just out of range of where I need them, so I have to keep picking them up and moving them further and further south. But we eventually get there. Yeah, I'm going to send a melee cav unit right between these 2 units that are flashing white to snag those ammo wagons. And I'm just going to send infantry through the gap also behind the cav unit. So the goal is to pick up these 3 ammo wagons, and then by that time I should be able to get infantry on top of this guy to the north. The guy that was to the south, he's shattered already. So we'll pick up the first ammo wagon. Yeah, there's not much here. So pick up the second ammo wagon, the third ammo wagon, kill his artillery. His artillery already shattered. And then get the cav unit up north to try to get a capture on this guy who's flashing white in the far north. And then just bring all the infantry that's up there down on top of these guys in the middle. Yeah, my melee cav is doing well. It's not losing anybody, and he's getting all kinds of kills. So, yeah, it's all going really well. Wouldn't mind if this guy, his 1200, got into melee. Wouldn't be the worst thing. So now I'm sending the guys around to the south. Whatever infantry he had, he's sending north. So the entire southern flank is open. His units are shattering, but his artillery is still doing well. He still has several units there that are inflicting losses on my infantry. So there's a wounded officer. Stockton, I think. So a lot of these infantry units are smaller. The green ones with 55s. I think. Well, I have a lot of units that are commanded. There's a captain wounded. So I have a lot of units commanded by captains, and they're getting smaller. So there's a much higher chance of the captain being wounded, which is okay. If he gets wounded, he goes back into the manpower pool and he gets replaced by another captain. So most of these captains cost about $400 each, and I forget what there's another captain, Captain Ector, also wounded. So no big deal. Because these units were smaller, I knew that they would hopefully lose. When they lost captains, they'd be wounded, not killed. So I'm charging his artillery. He has 2 units that are in pretty good condition to the left side of the map. But I have my artillery, my cav around him, and we don't have to be in a rush. I mean, we have 3 hours. And that's pretty much all he has. So I'm going to take a couple units and just take the flag. I don't, like, this battle went on for a long time, and I really don't feel like chasing his cav down. You can go on a merry chase, and, you know, if you feel like it, you can do that, but at this point, I don't feel like chasing his cav down. Okay, there's another capture. So we captured a unit of 2,000. We captured his artillery of 416. Captured another infantry. So we can just fire at these guys. Of course, I could just roll up artillery and blast them to nothing. But I have melee cav right here who can get some good experience too. And some rifle cav who can take some shots. He can shoot this guy in the back. So that's good. Yeah, the Frank Wesson and the Maynard just did a great job. I dismounted the Frank Wesson. Should be able to just fire, fire, fire. Yeah, contributed to the wiping those guys out. So, very good. Then I'm just going to take the objective. So I have a wall of detached skirmishers just to keep an eye on his cav. His cav rolled in and took a shot on one of my units. I can see that. I can see that he just has the one unit left. I'm going to go ahead and reinforce that this is 1 minute of video, just a waste of time. You can skip ahead to the end. If he's down in the south, maybe I'll push this task force I've just put together to, go down and kill him. Otherwise, he could be anywhere. And the problem is, if he's to the north, he'll just run away. I mean, he'll just... And I don't want to get into combat with him with my cav. My cav did really well, but I don't want them to take a lot of unnecessary losses at this point. Okay, there he is. Yep, 1673. So I want to keep the battle going because you build up XP just by dragging out the battle longer. So we might as well walk. As we walk, we're getting, hopefully, if we're within a certain distance of the enemy, we're getting condition. Yeah, I have several units on top of the victory location. Oh, good, we killed Stewart. That's good. And take a couple shots on his cav, and that's it. Okay, so what's the final tally? What is that? No, I forget. So he had, what did he have? 96,000. He had 96,000. And I killed over 60,000, almost 61,000. So that doesn't count the shatters. And I make a mistake here. I click off of the battle results page because what matters now is which one of my units that I gave a star to before the battle picked up a star. Okay. Ooh, I have 10,000 good weapons. 10,000. We're going to pick up 7,500 more. So I have 17,500 good weapons. That is awesome. That is really awesome. I have some Maynards, Frank Wessons, Burnsides, bunch of Napoleons. I will be buying a bunch of Napoleons and a bunch of 3-inch guns. Okay, 2 points. Boy, I really want to go into training. Those units with 19 that were created brand new with 19 efficiency, yeah, that's the best buy possibly in the entire game. 7,500 Lorenzes. So I've got to get units out of 55s and into 61s. Okay, he got his 3rd star. So we have two 2-star generals to become corps commanders to replace my Wagner and something Compass. Bobby Wood's about to be a corps commander. I want him to be a permanent corps commander because I started with him in in the train station. Franklin, historically a corps commander. Wouldn't mind having him on board. I think I'm going to leave McClellan. I'm going to make him commander of an artillery unit or make him a division commander. I'm not sure. But he's not going to be a corps commander. Hey, notice this guy got that guy got his star. That guy got his star. This guy got his star. So notice the star next to the name. He got his unit perk in the battle, and it's active. So it wouldn't have shown up in the, well, it doesn't matter. So I look at this. These units are good. That one unit was a unit that started with 19, and starting with higher efficiency with training is a huge buff. These guns are all outstanding. This guy got his second perk during the battle. And this guy got his perk during the battle. This guy is really close. So one more side battle. These two units almost have their third, and I want all this artillery to have their third. So all of these guys are really close. One side battle, and these guys are going to have their unit perk. So that's very good. Yeah, this little 10-pound parrot has been doing a great job. Now these units have crappy weapons and started with very low, with what, 10 or 11 efficiency, so they're taking forever. This guy did not get his unit perk. This guy did. So he was a 12H. He did not get a bunch of kills, but he was able to grind up some XP to take Napoleons next time. So I created that 12H to see how well he would do. He did not do well, but he got enough XP that I can put a Napoleon in there. Yeah, these guys are... They all started at 1500, and they are not doing real well. You know, they have a long way to go before they get... On the bright side, they did get promotions. Okay, the 6-pounder was amazingly underwhelming. These guys didn't do anything. They just came in and guarded the flag. Although, 2 of them got promotions, so that's good. When I went into this battle, I had a bunch of captains in command, and now it's majors and lieutenant colonels. So, bunch of recruits, 44, 39, 37. That's pretty surprising. I thought those numbers would just go up. I have 79,000 plus 15,000 men. I have 95,000 men right now going into this battle, plus the 2 side battles. So for the battle, I lost 8,400 total, 8,400 men. Trying to think what units I'm going to buy. The only thing I'm really thinking about is Napoleons and 3-inch. I get a Napoleon and a 3-inch in every division. This army is going to be set. So both of my 24Hs now have 3 stars, and that unit is a brand new 2-star. That's not very good. Yeah, he goes, like I'm selecting who goes into the next battle. It's going to be everybody who can get their first star. Or just barely has their first unit perk. Yeah, it's all these guys. And then, as you can see with these guys, like they don't have to be 1800, they can be smaller. So down to maybe Baylor. And then all of Second Corps will have their first unit perk. These guys, Third Corps is far away. Look at the efficiency of these guys. So what I keep thinking about is if I can do a training start instead of a recon economy start, the army will be in better shape faster. I just haven't been able to make that work. But maybe after playing this campaign, I have a chance. But if you can make that work, I can see, boy, you'd be so much better off. I don't know how you'd make Shiloh work, though. 5,700, 4,100, 5,100, 3,700. Yeah, a lot of kills, but very expensive. 270? What's up with that? 600, 700, 1,200, 300. That's terrible. What happened there? 2,000. That 3-inch gun got 2,000. With the 3-inch guns, you just put them where they can fire and just let them blast away all day. They're cheap and they get really good kills. The Napoleons, 1,700. You don't count on them getting 1,700 kills. You count on them getting, there's a guy who got 2,300 a 3-inch. What you count on is you count on these guys getting, the 10-pounder got 1,300. That's amazing for the 10-pounder. 1,000 for that Napoleon. 1,000. That's what you count on. You count on 1,000 for the Napoleon. You count on more for the 3-inch. 12H got 500. Not horrible. Bet the Napoleon got 1,000. So the 12H, just like in vanilla, does not get the kills. It does affect morale. And the 6-inch got, yeah, nothing. 125. But it does affect morale, and it fires fast. So it's not useless. It's just not good. So you upgrade to Napoleons to fire a wall of steel into the face of the enemy to break their attacks, which they did. I mean, you saw large 2-star and 3-star units charge and just take canister to the face and fold, and the 3-inch just racks up kills. But the Napoleon is the backbone of the army. $200,000 for 13,000 guns. So that's a lot of guns. Yeah, I'm almost to the point where I don't even want to bring, I almost want to disband units that have 55s. If I can't give them 61s and get them on the battlefield and get some XP, at this point, why bring them? So, yeah, I'm going to have to think about what to do with those guys. If I get my 1-star units to get a little bigger and to be able to absorb some of these lower quality troops, lower efficiency troops, that might be the ticket. Just pour them into units that already have a perk, and then we're off to the races. But I have to figure out a way to either get these guys perks or merge them into units that do have perks, to upgrade the Army. I want every unit to have a perk in 3 cores going forward. So we'll certainly have that, I think, by Antietam. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.